So you were saying, Trevor, who is the problem?
Oh, are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh. So, that dumb bitch Anita Sarkeesian is the problem.
Who's Andy Sarkeesian? Explain for our viewer.
She's that lady from Feminist Frequency, that like Twitter account, where she was just like, she was like fucking screaming at people, about how they, oh my god, there's a fly there. It's a big ass fly, dude. She was like screaming at people in video game companies about how they need to make more games with women, and the men stereotypes in the game are way too, patriarchal and whatever, misogynistic.
Is she a gamer? Is she an actual gamer?
Apparently. Anyway,
I doubt it.
so she started this Kickstarter thing, which is like to talk about tropes of, it's called Tropes versus Women in Video Games, and it talks about like the tropes of basically women in video games and stuff like that. So she searched for $6,000, and then she ended up getting $160,000, which, if you think you'd get that money, you would make a better series. Well, she promised like $1,000 for each video, and there's supposed to be 6 or something like that. Or she promised to do like 12 or something. I don't really know. But she only has done, this is like 3 years ago, and she's only done like 6 videos or something, and she promised.
So she basically just stole people's money. She basically committed fraud.
Stole people's money. Yeah, she just stole people's money. And so she's received a lot of criticism. So what then happened was she started accusing the people criticizing her of misogyny. So she started doing this whole thing about like women in video games.
Give me more money so I can do more videos about this, except no I won't.
So she has a website called Feminist Frequency, and it's like, you're not a feminist, you're a fucking female supremacist. And the problem with that is that if you were a true feminist and you cared about games and stuff, you wouldn't give a fuck that there are women or men in video games.
One of the first things I would say is I need her to prove to me that she's an actual gamer. Because if you're not a gamer and you're actually giving a fuck about what the characters that are in a game, then you need to shut your fucking mouth. Because
like,
you shouldn't have a fucking opinion about it. Because you don't participate in the culture.
When you read books and the main character's a man, do you just freak out and like
every time
ask for $100,000 to
every time that happens I freak out?
No, it's so stupid. But I don't know, she was caught lying too about how like she was caught lying about how all this like harassment she was receiving and stuff like that.
The argument that I thought you were going to say she made is like how women are allegedly sexualized a lot in video games. Well, but men are the exact same way in video games. I mean, take a look at Shepard. Take a look at Shepard. Take a look at fucking Kaidan. Take a look at every male character in Mass Effect. And I say Mass Effect just because I'm playing it right now. There's not a single fat person in any Mass Effect game, except if you count Volus. But who the fuck's gonna count a Volus because it's an alien, for fuck's sake? Yeah. But there's not a single fat guy or a bad-looking guy, arguably, except maybe the old people in the game. But
yeah, right.
You know, it's okay to sexualize men, though, because men are our slaves.
So here, I'll look up the Gamergate thing. That was like her issue. Gamergate controversy. Yeah. The Gamergate controversy began in 2014. Oh, well, it included her, or she had a lot of shit to say about it. And, mission objectives located. Let's see here. Dropship detected. Let's see. I'm trying to find something. Alright. Gamergate controversy began August 2014. It concerns issues of sexism and progressivism in video game culture. It is most widely known for a harassment campaign against several women in the video game industry, including game developers Zoe Quinn and Brianna Wu and cultural critic Anita Sarkeesian. The controversy began when a former boyfriend of Quinn wrote a lengthy, disparaging blog post about her, leading others to falsely accuse her of entering a relationship with a journalist in exchange for positive coverage. But it was pretty much like proven. They showed a bunch of text messages and stuff about how she like started fucking this guy from Kotaku. She cheated on her boyfriend, started fucking this guy from Kotaku, and then they started rating her game like as one of the best games ever. But it was such a horrible, shitty game.
What game? So this woman made a game, and
this woman made a game about like feminism. It's called Depression Quest.
Oh, I think I know that game. I think Bro Team Bill might have played that game.
Yeah, it's a super shitty game. It's like an hour-long game.
Do you play a chick in it?
I think. And it's about like how to deal with depression or something.
I think I watched Bro Team play that, and yes, it is the worst game ever created, possibly.
Yeah. So then they started talking about how it's an amazing game. Oh my god, it's amazing. And then obviously, I'm not saying everyone else was perfect, but then these fucking morons on the internet started posting like saying like, "Oh, rape her, she's a bitch." So then Anita Sarkeesian started, getting involved with it, and like she started getting like saying how men shouldn't be allowed to play video games or something.
Oh yeah, because that's the appropriate response.
How men are inherently violent, shit like that. Just a bunch of stupid shit.
She's just hating men. She's just a man hater. That's literally it.
She's a misogynist.
Or whatever the word what it is.
I think, is that what it was? Yeah, misogynist. So, Anita Sarkeesian she asked for money and whatever, did that thing. Tropes versus women in video games, where she didn't even do what she said to do, even though she got over $160,000 more than she asked for. Or whatever.
She should go to jail for fraud, or she should get sued for fraud at least.
She should be forced to return.
I mean, she committed fraud. If she hasn't done what she promised, I mean, yeah, that's fraud.
Here we go. It says this Zoe Quinn, this guy Aaron Gajani published the Zoe post, which is almost 10,000 word blog post, extensively quoting from her personal chat logs, emails, and text messages detailing their relationship. According to Zachary Jason of Boston Magazine, who spent 3 months in discussion with Gajani, the post was designed to cause maximum pain and harm to Quinn. He didn't say anything like, "I'm gonna kill her" or whatever, but he was like ousting her as to why her game was getting so many good reviews, and on Steam it was getting horrible reviews from actual players. So, the allegations led critics of Quinn to claim that the relationship had induced Grayson to publish a favorable review of Depression Quest, saying that included in the allegation, Quinn had a relationship with him, a journalist for the gaming website Kotaku, owned by Gawker Media, which is absolutely terrible in its own. This was proven to be false, as Kotaku employee Nathan Grayson confirmed within 4 days of the post that Grayson had never reviewed Quinn's games. And the only piece Grayson had written about Kotaku concerning her was published before their relationship began. So whatever.
I mean, if she was trying to get someone to review her game positively, Kotaku seems like the worst place to actually go to do that to me. But that's just me. That's just an opinion of a guy who should be in jail or dead. So
then what Anita Sarkeesian did was she spoke up against it or whatever, and then all these dumbasses were like, "We're gonna kill you. We're gonna put a bomb if you let her talk there."
Yeah, because
whatever.
No one knows how to just be reasonable. Everyone has to go straight to fucking, "I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah. So now, Anita Sarkeesian, she's like, I don't know, this is something that I found really funny. I thought it was hilarious. Where this guy, created a video game online using her picture, and it was called Beat Up Anita Sarkeesian, and the object of the game was you just like click the button and it like punched her in the face. And so Toronto feminist Stephanie Guthrie received death threats for criticizing the Beat Up Anita Sarkeesian game. Guthrie's criminal complaint. Okay, and then here's the other thing. Guthrie's criminal complaint against critic Gregory Allen Elliott is regarded as having significant implications for online freedom of speech in Canada. The dude got arrested
for creating that game
and for harassment. Apparently, he was harassing them.
Right.
And apparently, like when you looked at the tweets or something, like they basically said something. They were saying something to him, and he was just like, "Shut the fuck up." And then they replied to him, and he was like, "I don't want to fucking talk to you. Leave me the fuck alone." And then they called the cops on him, and he got arrested. And then it was eventually thrown out. But so basically, what the whole like story was that this fucking dude got arrested for disagreeing with someone online, and it's just like, what the fuck? So there was like these really long story about Gamergate, these YouTube videos. What is Gamergate and why? An explanation for non-geeks posted by fucking Gawker. Fuck you.
Alright.
Gawker, you're terrible.
In this video, so. The lesson here today is just that people take shit way too goddamn far. Even the people that we tend to agree with. I've got no problem admitting that people that I agree with take shit way too far a lot of the time. But I'm not... Just because I agree with them doesn't mean I necessarily agree with their fucking outrageous-ass opinion. So,
yeah.
It's okay to be in the middle. That's the end. And thank you for tuning in again to another classic episode of No One Watches This.